What's up, everybody? We're here.
Hoping you're enjoying a little bit of Streamception. I don't know why, but I started it out on this screen with my OBS software, so that way you can see me in infinite iterations. Basically, I am going to play a quick round of MLB The Show on my Road to the Show character. My Road to the Show athlete, my Road to the Show superstar, whatever you may want to call him, Damian Michael. And I am going to, hang out and do good with that, hopefully. I've made some adjustments. I can actually hear the game now because I plugged my headset right now directly into the TV because the Elgato was not working properly for the sound for the game. So anyway, that's about it. This is an exclusive YouTube recording. Definitely not live, but it will be something that I would like to do occasionally. Just throw a game or two on to YouTube. Something for you guys to enjoy. Hopefully you do. If you did, if you happen to stop by, if you found this page by accident, whatever the case may be, definitely click subscribe. Click the little bell for notifications, let you know when I post new content. And, hopefully this is cool. If not, that's cool too. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the game, though, without further ado. Look at that! It's my guy. He's standing there with a bat, which is unnecessary because he's a pitcher. A pitcher in the AL, no less. So, anyway, it looks like we'll be matching up against the Tampa Bay Rays. Got 22 wins to lead the league on the season. I've only lost once. I've had a couple no decisions. Very disappointing no decisions, I might add, where I was pulled from the game early and basically had no way to compete against that. So anyway, there we go. I recently changed the pitching interface
on MLB Network. A Labor Day matchup in store for you
here to be pure analog, because pure analog to me is the best way to go. It feels the best. It actually allows you to pitch, which is kind of nice.
And the key for him will almost certainly be getting ahead in the count early. We've seen in the past when he's forced to work from behind, he can run into some problems.
I can run into some serious problems when I work from behind. This is true.
Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
So analog pitching, you basically go through your full motion windup. You have to go straight back, straight forward if you want to throw a straight pitch. If you want to throw it to the right or left, you angle that way when you go on your follow through. And your timing for your release, so if you hit good, you actually throw it at the level that it's aimed at. If you throw it early, which I will do right now, it throws it high. So it climbs in the zone, just like a real pitch in baseball, a real pitch throwing anything. When you release the ball higher in your motion, so if you release it earlier here, it's going to sail and actually go a little bit higher. If you release the ball on time, it's obviously going to go where you're aiming. And if you release the ball late, you come through your motion a little bit more. And so that's going to create more of a downforce on the pitch and keep it down. So like this sinker, for example, if I throw it a little late,
into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch.
It dives down in the zone a little bit more. You saw I was aimed right in the middle, but I got it down in the zone. Now, the hard ones are the breakers, because if you don't go straight through, you can change the break drastically in this mode. So it's very difficult if you're not used to it. But like I said, you can actually pitch. Kind of nice. So if you don't want to use your location, like you don't want to, like once you select, if you don't want to move this, you just leave it centered. Say you want to pitch it high, you draw back, throw early, you'll throw high, comes up in the zone. I pushed to the right a little bit, so I got the inner half of the plate. I didn't have to use the aim to do that, it just did it naturally. So that's where you can actually pitch.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot.
Got late, forced it outside, so that way I'd get that low changeup outside, get him to swing a little early on it.
And set up behind
so now I come back with another changeup, try to keep it low again,
Well, Matty,
A little bit more inside this time, and boom. Very simple, very nice. And this is all done with the right analog stick. It's very
Made a miss on the
simple.
off-speed pitch that time. Ian Desmond goes down for out number 2 in the top half.
Now you would think that the meter actually makes a difference for power, but it really doesn't.
And with the season winding down,
Also not a
he's
strike.
closing
Well, he
in
didn't
on a
catch it.
league
That's probably
batting
part of it.
title. Into his
I
windup,
find it
here
easier to
comes
pitch the ball
1-0.
high than I do to pitch it low,
And he lays off a
because it's
fastball
easier for
here
me to
that
go
looked
early
pretty
than it
good,
is to
but
go
it's
late.
2-0.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were two stone-cold takes right there.
Gotta
that
focus
put
in here a
himself in
second and
great
actually get this
hitter's
done.
count.
Falling behind 3-0
Try to go a
the
little bit
wrong
high
guy
here.
Right here. You don't want to mess
There we
around
go.
with him.
Froze
You
him a
know he's
little
gonna
bit.
have the green light. If you throw one inside,
Go
he
with
still
the
might turn
slider,
and burn.
and hopefully
Well,
I
thought
don't
with 2 outs
eat
right
this
there in
one
that
up.
situation, he probably had the green light 3-0.
Nice,
Maybe he
okay.
didn't get it where he wanted.
We
or
work
get
back
the
to a
pitch
full
he's
count.
looking
That's very
for,
good.
So he took it. But I think he's probably swinging here too. 3-1.
Go a little high on this one again. Outside,
And
way
we'll
too
have
far
the first
outside.
base runner of the ball game here as that
That's a walk
misses, and
there.
it's
That's
a
where that
2-out
feel
walk.
comes into play.
Yeah,
Like if
well,
you
when a
don't
guy's swinging the bat as
throw
well
on
as
the
he's
right
been,
plane,
this is a
it's just
smart
like in real
move.
life.
No
You're gonna
reason
throw
to
it way
tempt fate
outside.
out
You're gonna
there.
throw it way inside, and it's gonna create situations
It is
like
the
that.
third
So
baseman,
2
Evan
outs, it's not too
Longoria.
much of a
He enters
difficulty.
play with 14
You just gotta
home
watch
runs
that
to
you
his
don't throw
credit
wild
this
pitches.
year. And that one stayed too
One of the
low,
biggest
apparently.
challenges when you do get a runner
2
on
out
base
with the
is now
man
you're throwing
first.
from the stretch. Again, just like in real baseball, your motion is significantly faster. So like right here, I'm gonna throw a slider. You see my meter is right in the middle, rather than being down
Longoria
lower.
waiting on
So you
the
got to throw a
1-0.
lot earlier.
Way in front of a great
So it's a lot
slider that
choppier
time.
motion. It's a lot quicker to the plate. And if you don't pay attention to that when you first have
Even at a
somebody
ball and a strike,
come
here's
up,
the pitch.
nice.
Takes
When you
a
first have
knee-high
somebody come up to
fastball.
bat, you'll hang on way too long, and by the time you go forward, you've thrown it so late that you're gonna like hit the grass halfway to the plate by the time it gets there, and that base runner's gonna advance on you. You really
deal
have
on
to
a ball and
be
2
focused.
strikes.
Is my
Chop
biggest
foul
advice in
over
that
towards the
situation.
coaching box.
Now we're gonna go high.
Now another 1-2. Swing and a
Or we're gonna
miss,
go
and
low
that
because I
ends
held
the
on too
inning.
long, and it worked out fine. Sometimes the result is better than the
One left for
actual
Tampa.
pitch,
Tampa
or better
Bay
than the
no scorers
expectation.
in
I
the
tried to
top
throw
of
it
the
high,
inning. Red
I held
Sox
on too
coming
long, my
back.
location
You're
came down,
watching MLB
but I was still in the
Network.
zone because I had aimed high. So hanging on to it a little bit too long in that case didn't hurt. Now if I was aiming low and I hung on to it too long, I was probably going to throw it in the dirt.
James Loney.
Leading off
He'll
for
And then who
lead
knows
off
what
here
would
to
happen.
begin the
First
second.
baseman number 21, James Loney.
Ready with the first pitch.
And here we
it
are back to a
comes.
full windup.
Check swing and a pop-up out toward
Oh.
the mound. And he'll reach first safely.
How did I not catch that?
At the plate, Logan Forsythe.
Anyway,
His average
now
for
we
the
got
year
runner on
sits
base
in the
again, so I've got to make
280s
sure
in
that
league play.
I go quick motion.
Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike one.
Focus a lot more.
Nobody out, runner on first. And this one's
That
downstairs.
looked like a
It's
strike
ball
to
and a strike.
me.
Grounded to first.
Nice. Get it.
To second for one. On to Belt, and they turn to a double play.
Double plays as good as a strikeout.
That's one of the hardest double plays to turn right there.
That was
because of
quick.
the
That was very
difficult
nicely done,
first
and I
baseman
appreciate
has
the
to
effort
make.
there.
No problem this time, though, and they get the 2 outs they were looking for.
So back to a normal
Swing,
full
and
windup.
it's hit out of
And what I was
play
going to show you
up
before
into
I
the
screwed
plaza
up,
level.
you see that I'm all the way down, the yellow line's all the way down at the bottom of the meter again. So you have the
windup and the
full stretch,
0-1.
and you go.
Swung on and missed.
So,
Outclassed by that
gives you a lot more
fastball for
time
a
to really
strike.
get
Well, I think
settled.
his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Oh, you think? If you
A swing and
Got
a miss.
him.
That retires the side, and
All
that
right,
will
ended up
do
being a
it.
pretty
1
easy
hit in
inning
the
after a
with
weird
no one
base
left.
hit to start.
Here's Cody Ashe.
I still
Day
face
off
the
for
minimum
him
currently.
yesterday, but back out there
The
for
left
this
fielder
one.
number 25, Cody Ashe.
Way too
And
far
this one's
outside,
nowhere
held on to it
close
too
as
long.
that bounces to the
Everything about
plate
that
for
pitch was
ball
bad.
one.
A little early,
Takes
so
a
it rose
look
up
at
in the
one
zone, got
catching the
outside
outside
again.
corner.
I liked it. I liked the result. I didn't really like the location much, but I liked the result. Hung a
Now a ball
curveball.
swung
That
on
should have
and
been a
heading
home
for the
run.
stands in right,
10 out of
and
10
that'll
should have been a
move
home
the
run.
count to 1 and 2
It was
now.
very fortunate. Try to go outside with this one.
And this is
Instead, I worked inside, and he happened to miss. Again, some of these are just pure luck that I actually get away with it, because that was one of those things that, you know, the announcer's saying, yeah, you can get away with it, but you can't get away with that in real life.
For guys to put it in play, especially when they're protecting with 2 strikes.
That's a good strike.
Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1.
So you'll see here, I'm aimed out, so the crosshair is way out to the right.
Big tilt on the
Because when you throw a breaking ball like a slider, and it cuts across the zone, your aiming point is actually usually at the batter. And so in that particular case, you saw where it came in, it worked its way back down. So right here, if I go slider again, you see it's got me in middle is where it wants me to aim. But the middle would actually hit the outside of the plate, like right on the black. If I wanted to come inside, or if I wanted to go a little bit more inside, see that crosshair moves.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Inside.
And so it breaks
back
in off of him.
Back-to-back sliders.
So you really have to pay attention to where that crosshair is as well. So here we go with the slider again. Wants me to go outside with it. So I gotta time it right. Boom, got it outside because the natural break takes it that way. Very simple. I mean, it's the simple physics and geometry puzzle that's very easy to figure out.
First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see
So
if
here
he
we'll
can
aim
throw
high.
any better.
Got it, good timing.
And a fastball
Hit right on the accurate mark, and boom, strike. Very, very simple.
Usually early in the count, you're going to see a guy work down in the zone. That high fastball usually
Come back with a changeup low, a little bit inside. Excellent. See, I held on to it too long, and I curled to the outside, so that just made it an all-around bad pitch. We'll try to come back with a curveball. He swung.
Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third.
I never get those, man. I never get the credit for those.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. And this is going to be
Come back with a high fastball because there's a good chance I'm going to hit that in the zone. And then I will throw a slider again.
And he struck
I got him sweeping across the zone. Very nice.
And that ends the inning.
Once you get the count even, you can usually take advantage of them being defensive, and you can throw a little bit out of the zone.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ian Desmond. He'll look to get something going
Open
here
with a
in
breaking
this
ball.
scoreless ball game.
Try to drop it right on the inside corner. Instead, I'll throw it way outside and low. Let's try another breaking ball because that was bad.
If you love pitching and defense,
These are harder to
this has
control.
been a game for you. Are you happy with
There you
that,
go.
Dan?
That's more like it.
For a while, Matt. Both of these
Alright,
pitchers
so
are throwing
then we'll come
very
back in
well,
with a low
throwing strikes,
fastball.
having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those
And
low-scoring
we'll come back in with a
affairs.
sinker. Now, natural break on this is down.
1-2 now.
You go just late, and it'll stay down. Forces a ground ball.
To his left, he's there. Throw to first
Very,
in time,
very
one
easy.
gone here in the fourth.
Simple concepts, just like real baseball.
He really had to go a long way to his left to get to that one, as is evidenced by Showtrack. Good first step and a great throw to get it there in time. Definitely took away what looked to
I thought
be
that
a
was
hit
good.
off the bat. Corey
That was pretty
Dickerson
good.
is at the plate as he watches ball one. And he looks at a slider in there, 1-1.
There's 2 pitches in a row, Matt, that were away. If this is any indication how he's going to pitch him the rest of that bat, he's saying, you're going to beat me the other way. Nothing inside for him to
Get there.
pull.
Oh.
If you want to hit it, take it the other way. Well, he got a piece of that breaking ball right there. That's the second one he's seen in a row now, and he fouled that one off. Let's see if he comes back with a third one. 3 in a row.
And this
Nope,
pitch is
I'm gonna come back
swung
with a
on and
changeup.
missed, and the
They can
AL's
swing early
leading
on it.
hitter is set down on strikes, 2 away. Ready for another chance? Evan Longoria comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Held onto it a touch long. So in situations like that, when you want to throw the slider higher, if you aim lower,
Into his windup.
if you
Here
go a
comes the
little
1-0.
early,
And that
it'll
slider's
usually stay
almost
up
in
for
the
you.
dirt.
But I
That's a good
overbroke it. That
approach
was
when
my
you're facing a young arm
was
you
my
might
bad on the
not be too
accuracy.
familiar with. Take a look at a
Good
few
timing.
and see what he's got.
Do it
Now he's
inside,
got
so it cut
himself
on him.
ahead in the count.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Go sinker baller here. Looking for the outside paint. Perfect,
Now a
perfect.
swing and a
Everything
miss
there
at the
was
hard
great.
sinker, and they're back
Good
to
timing,
even
good
2-2.
location. Now we'll come back with the sinker inside, try to tie him up. Got him again.
Little bouncer,
Ooh,
but it gets fouled.
that was a good cut. All right. So now I'm going to come back with some heat. I'm going to go a little high on him.
Another 2-2. And he's got himself another
And it
one.
usually will
Picks up
freeze him because
strikeout
I've been pitching him low,
number
pitching him low,
9 here,
pitching
and
him
the
low.
side is
You
retired.
change their eye level, there's a very good chance that you're going to get them to look at low. And even if they don't, they're still looking low, so when they swing, they're not going to catch up to it anyway. Very cool. We're being no hit right now, by the way.
Digging in for his second at
Not a
bat,
fan of that.
James Loney.
Leading off for
He'll
Tampa
start
Bay.
things out as we begin the
First baseman,
fifth.
number 21, James Loney.
Takes a fastball
So you can pitch to the location the catcher wants very easily. Like he wants a fastball high middle without changing my
comes the
location with the
0-1.
left stick. If I go early, it goes high middle, exactly where he wants it. That's why I say you can actually do it by feel entirely from the right analog stick. It's really nice. If you're not confident in that mode, then you can go locate there, and then you can try to aim for the crosshair, which will still give you the location. And then it's a matter of whether or not you're going to get your high or low right based on the timing. So there's multiple ways to do it. I prefer to do most of my feel off the analog stick on the right, simply because it's only one stick you're operating at the time. There's a lot less to think about, a lot less mechanics. The more you can simplify motion, I think, the better off you are.
And he'll start in with a fastball that misses down and away.
But then you're relying on a lot more of the feel for pitches instead of having something that you're specifically aiming for, and you almost have to be really good at missing in order to get what you want, and that's a little bit tougher for people to get used to, I think. I lost focus there for a second. I was supposed to throw that high, and I accidentally threw it low. So. This one's supposed to be low and inside.
Oh, this
Ow.
one bounces off the pitcher.
Get the ball.
And he'll have
You
no play as he
sack
reaches
of
first
shit.
base safely.
Well, there's a one-out infield single. You know what? You can start a lot
That's
of
2 hits
rallies
back
with
to me
one
this
out. He
game
was
that
hustling
I
down
haven't
the
been able
line.
to field.
Pitching, you think, golly, that was so unlucky.
Elmer Corona comes on with
All right,
one
I'm gonna
away
try to
as he
get this
looks at
guy
the
to
ball.
ground
It's
out.
1-0 pitch on the way.
For a double play.
And there's a sinker
I got to get
that
the
he
sinker
just
ball
spits
in
on
the
as it
zone,
misses
though.
low.
Well, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation, 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind at the count, 2-0.
That
Nice.
tough sinker on the
Okay,
inside
he's in a tough
corner.
spot here because he's going to have to swing. I'm going to come sinker again.
And a wave
And even when I miss low, he
ball
can't reach
goes
it.
way out of the
If I would have
strike
got it
zone.
where I
There are
wanted, he
2
probably would hit a
away
ground ball.
That's
So
just
that's better off for him
quality
because
pitching
most
right
likely
there
he
for
saved
that
himself an
strikeout.
out there
As
by
we
just
look at
striking
all
out.
5 pitches, notice
Here
the
we go now.
location.
I'm going to
All
try
5
to
down in the zone. Some guys are real good low
strike
ball
him
hitters,
out.
but more
Ooh,
often than
boy.
not, keeping the ball down
Try to
is
strike him
going
out and get out of
lead
this
to a lot
situation with a runner on
success
first.
on the mound.
He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Called strike at the knees.
Yeah, it is.
Evens the count at 1-1. A runner on first with 2 away. A swing and a miss at the
Ooh,
big
that's what I wanted the
curveball.
first time. All right, I'm going to try to bury a slider in on him here.
Hit hard back up the
Oh,
middle, and
what
that
the
finds
French
its way
toast?
through for a base hit.
I thought for sure that was a ground out to short.
That is a great 2-strike approach.
Thought for
Spread his
sure that
legs
was
out, kept the
that
hands
was
back,
a
and
ground
just
out to
punched
short.
the ball through for a ground ball base hit.
Into the box
number
now,
18,
Jesus Reyes. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base.
I don't think he
and
was
2
ready for a
gone here in
breaking
the
ball
fifth.
there, especially a flat, ugly one like
Knee-high
that.
slider that he takes a look at.
Ugh.
Inside as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
He's 100% accurate with that assessment.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Never tempted to swing at that ball down.
So
low.
hard
It's
with
ball
runner
3.
on
For the
base.
guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Looks like the pitching coach might want to have a chat here.
Yeah, and I'm not sure I agree with it either. Most pitchers, like when they're in a group, they just want to get back on the bump and compete. Sometimes visits like these are just like a formality. After the walk and with runners on the bags, he couldn't afford to fall behind here. Nice job of jumping ahead with strike 1.
I wonder if that pitcher's mound visit actually does settle your guy a little bit. That's
Hoping to
interesting.
send him packing. Pitch on its way. Good job.
Because those 3
to spoil
pitches
that
were
one away,
amazing
and he
compared to
stays
what I had done
alive.
that previous at bat.
Aggressive swings out of him to start this at bat, but He hasn't been able to put the ball in play. Time to use that aggressiveness and make him chase now.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Castillo racing back. 1 run is scored. 2 runs score. Now a 3rd runner heading for the plate.
Get him.
The tag, and he is out at the plate as 2 runs score, but it's 2 runs.
Well, our boys are going to need to score now.
Digging in to try it again. Ian Desmond. He's 0 for 2
That's
thus
really
far in this
disappointing.
one. Takes this the other way to right. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And a high
I think I might be out of this game soon if I keep this up.
And he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double. Corey Dickerson is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
It's unfortunate because I
starting to loosen now in the bullpen.
was having a really good game.
The first baseline.
Matt, he's thrown 2 pitches right down the middle and got away with them. I don't think he should go back there again, but he's got to locate a little bit better if he wants to put him away. This guy's too good a hitter.
Again, he sends it out of play.
I like the call for the 2-strike changeup. You got to make a better pitch. He got away with one right there.
The 0-2 once more. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2
runners
now.
on is so difficult.
The 1-2 pitch. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw
So
even
quick,
at
you don't have a lot of time to get your thumb where you really
Ball
want
even
it
at
to be.
2-2. Here it is. Here's one that misses inside, and the count
Sure felt like a strike.
3-2. There you see Evan Longoria waiting next. Just staying alive, putting together a really
Come on.
good at-bat.
That lady was going to fall into the field.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and a little tapper.
I don't want to
That was
lose
a
this battle.
foul ball in this at bat. He is really making him work.
He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Swing and a little blooper to center. Pedroia into shallow center. He gets
No
there
tag.
and
Good.
makes the play for the first out.
Who's up now?
In is the 3rd baseman, Evan Longoria. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one. And Longoria won't be given a chance here as he's walked intentionally.
No, he
Here's
won't.
the first baseman, James Loney. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
James
Just a
Loney.
tick behind for a
Try
strike.
to get him to
Missed a pretty
ground
good
out
pitch
here.
to hit right there. You know he wants that one back because you usually don't get more than 1 of those in an at bat.
And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball 1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch.
F.
In the dirt. Throw to 3rd. And he's going to make it up to 3rd.
So much for the
here
double
as he
play.
advances on the wild pitch. And there's ball 4 now, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional
this so
walk, and
much.
the force at the plate is in order. Nick Vincent is called upon to pitch. Really needed.
Yeah, that's what you want to
Well,
do
guys,
playing on the road. Take it
that was a
right
really
to the home
disappointing
squad
result.
and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next 2, the series is theirs.
Got
This
wild with my
evening's game
pitching.
finishes 2-0 the final score. Alex Cobb
Runners on
picks up
base
his
really
team-leading
forced me into a
13th
bad
win.
situation there.
Damian Michael takes the loss despite striking
It's
out
only my second
11
loss of the season.
batters.
Struck out
Danny
11. You know, you thought that would have
hammers
been
down
really something that
save
would have done it well,
his
but
34th. So that's a wrap here tonight. From
I don't know. That was rough,
Mark
guys.
Booth,
So
Harold
we'll
Reynolds,
just head
and
back
Van
into the
Vliet.
clubhouse here, and basically, you know, you win some, you lose some. You know, it is what it is. I hope, you know, if you're new to the game and you stop by, I hope you learned a little bit something about analog pitching. I did show some good points. Did strike out quite a few guys and got some of the situations off that I wanted. But I just had some bad luck there at the end. So unfortunate, difficult, too bad. And, you know, we'll see next time. You know, have a good one, guys.